Hi everyone, welcome to Dream to Learn English. Today I have covered all the tenses within 10 minutes. So that's really exciting. Okay, let's hear it. How many types of tenses we have? There are three types of tenses, as we all know. Present, which means today, past, which means yesterday, future, which means tomorrow. And if we talk about the subtenses of the tense, so the first, indefinite, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. And before I go ahead further, I will just tell you about types of persons. So there are three types of persons. First person, I and we. Second person, you. Third person, he, she, it, one name, and they. And there are three types of sentences which we usually speak. So the first sentence is we have several names: assertive, affirmation, or simple. Now, if we divide these assertive, affirmation, and simple, so there are two: one, subject, verb, and object. And with present indefinite tense, we use subject, verb, ses, ies plus object. Now, if we talk about the negative sentences, so it is subject plus helping verb of the corresponding tense and not, and then verb, and then object. Now, if we talk about interrogative, which always starts with helping verb plus subject and then verb and then object. Now, the fourth one, the most important, which is WH family, which is what, why, when, how, whom, etc. It starts with always WH word, helping verb, subject, verb, and object. Hi, so here we begin our first tense, which is present indefinite tense. So as we know, for present indefinite, we have four. So indefinite, how do we identify? It always starts in Hindi sentence, ta hai, te hai, ti hai, and the helping verb is does and do. In continuous tense, raha hai, rahi hai, rahe hai, and the helping verb is am, are, plus verb fourth form. When I say fourth form, means verb first form plus ing. And if we talk about the third one, which is present perfect tense. So how do we identify? It is chuka hai, chuke hai, chuki hai, liya hai, li hai. And the helping verbs are has and have. And the verb third form always. The last, the important, perfect continuous tense. This always starts with or ends with raha hai, rahi hai, rahe hai के साथ time भी आता है. And the time denotes with since and for. Since is used for point of time and for is used for period of time. And the helping verb is has and have plus been plus verb fourth form, which is verb first form plus ing. Here we have some examples of present tense. So the examples for present indefinite tense is the first present simple. The earth revolves around the sun. Negative, she doesn't wake up early in the morning. Interrogative, do I speak French quite well? WH, when does he work in this hotel as chef? The lead a simple life. She serves the dinner at 8:30 and puts the children to sleep at 9:30. These all are the examples of present indefinite tense. Now here we go for the present continuous tense. He is walking to the door. He is not trying hard to complete the degree. C is Jimmy attending the webinar on digital marketing? What are you trying to tell me? And now here we move on to the next tense, which is present perfect tense, where we use verb third form. He has planted a ridge of cauliflower in his garden. The teacher has not explained the use of the verb to the class. Has Tom completed 2 chapters of the book? I have not yet taken my lunch. Why was he already left for England for higher studies? And now here we move on to the last tense, which is present perfect continuous tense. And the examples are: I have been taking a dose of medicines for 2 weeks. I have not been speaking to her for 2 weeks. Has she been trying to learn French for 1 month? He has been discussing the interior design for 2 hours. Who has been working as an editor in this? So with this we complete our present indefinite tense. Here we begin our second tense, which is past tense. So past indefinite, we use tatha, tithi, tethe, and the helping verb is did. In past continuous, we use raha tha, rahi thi, rahe the, and the helping verb is was and were, plus verb fourth form, which is was first form plus ing. Past perfect, we use चुका था, चुके थे, चुकी थी, लिया था, ली थी, and the helping verb is had plus verb third form. And past perfect continuous, where we use रहा था, रही थी, रहे थे, wherein we also source time. For point in time we use since, and for duration we use for. And the helping verb is had been plus verb first form plus ing. Here we begin with some examples of past tenses. So now the first is past indefinite tense. First, I went for a walk in the morning. The teacher advised the students to frame a timetable for mathematics. He did not admire the poetry of Shakespeare. Did the little boy feed the fish in the pond? When did I not wish to talk to you about that matter? Now here we go for the next tense, which is present continuous tense. The examples: he was planning for his future studies. The gardener was not moving the grass of the lawn. The husband was reading a book and the wife was sitting beside him. Why was I peeling potatoes in the kitchen yesterday? Was he celebrating his birthday last week? Here we begin the next, which is past perfect tense. Julia had completed her assignment before the boss arrived. The sales manager had not successfully achieved the target of sales. He had not worked as a cashier in this bank. Had she performed the research work to complete her degree? It had rained heavily last year when the roads flooded with water. Next tense, which is past perfect continuous tense. He had been playing hockey for 2 hours. He had not been making satisfactory progress since his admission to the college. Had I been working under the supervision of Mr. Williams? Why had she been looking for her lost watch for 2 hours, but she did not find it? Here we ends with past tense. Here we have last tense, which is future tense. Now future indefinite, it always starts with, ends with ga, ge, gi, and the helping verb is will and shall, but in speaking we can use will for everything. Now in continuous tense, raha, gi, rahegi, rahega, hoga, and the helping verb is will be, and the verb fourth form, which is ing form. Future perfect tense. Now chuka hoga, liya hoga, and chuke honge, liye honge, and the helping verb is will have plus verb third form. Now we talk about future perfect continuous tense, where we use raha, rahi, रहे होंगे. रहा होगा, रहे होंगे के साथ समय आता है, जिसमें हम सिंस और फॉर का यूज करते हैं. एंड द हेल्पिंग वर्ब इज विल हैव बीन, शैल हैव बीन, प्लस वर्ब फोर्थ फॉर्म, विच इज फर्स्ट फॉर्म प्लस ing. Here we begin with some examples. Future indefinite tense. I will leave for Dubai tomorrow. I will not go to the beach next Sunday. She will buy gift for her friend. Will my father buy a car for me? Why will he take the final exam next month? Now the next future continuous tense. She will be making pudding at the weekend. He will not be drinking tea in the morning at 7 o'clock. Will they be playing football next Sunday? When will she be baking pies for her children? Now the next tense is future perfect tense. Tom will have completed his graduation degree by the end of this year. Tom will have not traveled to Rome. Will I have planted a sapling in my lawn? I will have done my duty before I leave the office. Next, in the last tense, future perfect continuous tense. The guests will have been leaving the party for 1 hour. The farmer will not have been sowing crops since November. Will he have been painting his house since morning? Why will I have been learning Spanish for 2 weeks? My farm will have been progressing my leaps and bounds. So with this, here we complete our tenses. For more queries or questions, you can always put the comments in the below sections. Here are some Hindi sentences for your practices. So keep practicing those sentences and answer them in the comment sections below. Thank you so much for watching. If you